Welcome! This video will teach you about record pages in the MCC Library Search Tool. Why should you access a source's record page? Because it has super helpful information. When you perform a search, you receive a list containing a short preview of every result. You can access the record page for a result by clicking on its icon or its linked title. Let's take a look at the record page for an ebook called A Decent Meal: Building Empathy in a Divided America. At the top of the page is basic information like title, author, publication date, publisher, and summary. Read the summary to see if the book will be useful for your project. Below the basic information is the table of contents. The table of contents lists the title of each chapter and can also help you decide if a book is relevant. There is also a list of subjects describing the book's content. These subjects are actually keywords and might be related to your topic. You could use these keywords in your next search. In addition, if you need to correct a machine-generated citation or create a citation from scratch, a source's record page will contain all the necessary information. Finally, you can access the ebook by clicking the blue View eBook button on the right side of the page. Now, let's look at the record page for a scholarly article, because there are some differences. This article is called Empathy for Plants. Let's view its record page by clicking the title. Beneath the title of the journal that this article was published in, which is Environmental Ethics, is a label indicating the article was peer-reviewed before publication. Instructors often require students to use peer-reviewed journal articles as sources, so it's good to pay attention to that label. An article's record page also has a summary. The summary might be called an abstract. Reading the summary or abstract will give you a brief overview of the source. From the summary, we can guess that this article would be a good source if we are examining empathy for plants from a theoretical or philosophical perspective. However, it is probably not going to be useful if we want to find specific facts about whether people practice empathy towards plants in their daily lives. Below the summary is the list of subjects, and beneath the subject list is the article's DOI, or Digital Object Identifier. The DOI is a permanent link to an article, and it is often included in citations. Finally, to access an article, click the blue View Full Text button on the right. And those are the basics of record pages in the MCC Library's Search Tool. Please contact the library with your questions. Contact info is in the description beneath the video.